as a class. So I want you to talk for about a minute or so if a teacher did something like that in your class that was beneficial to your learning.
Sat on top of the tables and asked everyone to do all of that. It's like I could see her face hurt better. So that got my like it's shining off the sun right now. Your middle school daughter. I'm like, hey, do you have a habit? She goes and bite my nose. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Awesome. Would anybody like to share an experience that was, yes, Emily?
My chemistry professor, or teacher in high school for mold, when we were learning about molds, he put on a puppet show with molds and talked about molds.
Nice. Michael?
My 10th grade history teacher forgot to assign the roles of Jimmy Carter and Henry Kissinger to our class, talking about foreign policies, so she spent 45 minutes jumping back and forth between two chairs, debating herself as Carter and Kissinger and changing her accent as she did so between Carter's southern drawl and Kissinger's good accent. Pretty impressive.
My English teacher, we were reading the yellow wallpaper, and she would crawl along the walls and make like a screeching noise. Like she was like a crazy lady.
That sounds very interesting. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to share? Yes, Heather.
When you studied Hamlet, there were two different movie versions that we watched. So there was set in two different times. So our teacher brought in the two different types of swords and taught us how they use the two different types of swords in the movie version.
Okay. So those examples were memorable because they were spontaneous, they were different, you weren't used to it. So today we're actually going to be doing something like that. But first we need to look at this painting by Jacques-Louis David. Repeat after me. Jacques-Louis David. And this is The Death of Socrates. It's really blurry. What is this? There we go. Nice. It's magic. So this was painted in 1787. And we're going to talk about, if you flip over your sheets, we're going to talk about what's going on in this painting. Can I get a volunteer to read the short description? Yes.
This painting depicts the closing moments of the life of Socrates in his prison cell. Destined to death or exile by the Athenian government for his teaching methods, which aroused skepticism and immorality in his students, Socrates heroically rejected exile and accepted death from hemlock.
Okay. So based on that description, can someone tell me some of the characters that are in this painting? Rachel?
Socrates?
Yes. And where do you think Socrates is in this painting?
The guy with the white robe that isn't sitting down. Well, I guess it's both sitting down. One point.
Yes, that is Socrates. Does anybody know maybe who else is in this painting? Devin?
The students.
Yes. Students surrounding him. Does anybody have another guess? Yes. Do you have an idea of where Plato is?
The other guy in the white?
Like,
At the end of the bed?
Is that him?
Yep. And there's one other person that you can't really see. Maybe
God.
No. And in this far back. Does anybody have an idea? Deb?
Aristotle.
No. Close. No, I'm sorry. Megan?
Did the painter indicate himself into it?
It was a significant other. His wife was actually fleeing the scene.
What a good wife.
So now we know some of the people that are in the painting. Does anybody have an idea of where it is then, based on the description that we read? Yes, Allie?
Athens.
Okay,
No.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Another guess? Yes, Jeremy?
In his prison cell?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't really look like a prison cell, but this was in BC times, so things were a lot more different. So then the subject matter, we know, does someone want to just summarize what's going on? Angela?
He's going to drink the poison and sacrifice himself for what he believes in.
Yep. So what kind of emotion does this feel when you, what do you feel when you look at this painting then, based on what we know? Yes, Alan?
I feel like Socrates has one really last important thing to say that everyone needs to listen to just before he drinks the hemlock.
Yeah, so it's like we're not really sure if he does it or not. So today, this is where role-playing comes in. In your groups, everyone is going to take part in recreating this scene. Because we don't really know, maybe he doesn't drink the hemlock, maybe something else happens, maybe someone new gets introduced into the painting. I don't know, maybe his wife comes back and kicks everybody's butt and saves Socrates. So in your groups, I want you to pick someone to be Socrates, and someone could be Plato, and then you can pick other people that you want to be. So we're going to recreate this scene, and then you can choose how you want it to end. Maybe it's comical, dramatic. You have 5 minutes. So to think of what you want to do, we're going to come up here, and you can use this area to act it out. So we're going to finish the painting.
Hey, look, we have a wall.
Okay.
So 5,
You want to be someone? Sure.
1.
Maybe the other white guy sitting down. I didn't even notice. I think I had one.
Feel free to use props too.
Oh, yeah.
I think somebody should, I'll be the pen.
Yeah. That's just what I was saying. But I like that. You're like so much more excited. You guys have an idea? Like, we have an idea.
Yes.
And then what am Well, I can be like, like greatest cheese tonight is
You guys are
All right, All right, so who would like to go first? Okay.
Now remember Socrates, remember the plan. When they try to give you the hemlock, remember the plan.
Of course, my darling Plato.
Socrates, these are your final moments. You must drink.
No way! What's this? God gave me a jetpack?
All right, next group, take the stage, please.
I have one final thing to announce. I found the antidote to hemlock.
I am Socrates, and I have a drinking problem. Damn. Guess it's exile then.
Been bad.
So about that, don't leave me.
Oh, wait, we went ahead.
So real quick, am I gonna be on the floor? Okay.
Don't do it, Socrates.
But wait, who's gonna do the dishes now?
We're going.
Okay, so we decided that the guy in blue is Samson. He's holding up the wall, but you can take it over.
Wait, yeah, okay. She is the wall. I know the greatest key to happiness, and that is. Damn, you civil engineers!
Is this Michael Jordan's secret stuff to beat the Monstars?
Oh my gosh, that was very entertaining. Thank you so much for all your participation. Tonight, I want you in your class sketchbook to either write or draw kind of your reaction on what happened today. Did you like what happened? Was it what was challenging about working in the group? And why? Thank you.